In continuation of the virtual experimental setup, let us discuss how to do the calculation for the coefficient of thermal conductivity. This is least disk method. For bad conductors. So what is the formula? Capital K, coefficient of thermal conductivity K is equal to capital M, capital S, capital R into D into 2H plus R divided by A into T1 minus T2 into 2H plus 2R. The unit is watt per meter Kelvin. So there are some constant terms that we are using. So what is T1? Let me start from what is M. The M is the mass of the lower disk, lower metallic disk, which is 800 into 10 power minus 3 kilogram, which is constant. When you do physically, you will be asked to measure using physical balance. Since we are doing virtually, we are giving the value mass of the lower disk is M. What is S? S is the specific heat capacity. Capital S is the specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity of the metal brass, because it is made up of brass. This is 370 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. So this is also constant. So what is capital R? That we have to calculate. Capital R is rate of cooling. This can be determined from the graph. Rate of cooling. This is from the graph. What is D? D is the thickness of the lower disk. This will be usually measured by screw gauge. What is A? A is the area of cross section. Area of cross section. Area of what? Either the bottom disk or the bad conductor, because both are in the same dimension, either in the bottom disk or the bad conductor. How do you calculate this one? Since it is in the circular, right? This is what our bad conductor. So with the help of vernier caliper, you measure the diameter. So D by 2, diameter by 2 will give you radius. Since it is circular, how do you calculate the area? Pi r square. Since if you know the value of r, you can calculate the value of A. What is T1? T1 is the temperature of the top disk. Temperature. What was that? It is 97 degrees Celsius or 98. It will be less than, we have seen practically, it will be less than 97 or 98. It will be, anyhow, it will be less than 100. What is T2? T2 is the temperature of the bottom disk at a steady state. So in our case, what we have taken is 53 was taken as a steady state. Repeating for the second time, the steady state will be around 80 degree. For the case study, we have taken 53 was our steady state. So what is H? H is the thickness of bad conductor. This will be measured using screw gauge. R already we have calculated. So what are all the constant parameters? Mass of the disk which is constant, specific heat capacity which is constant, thickness of the lower disk, thickness of the bad conductor, radius of the bad conductor or a bottom disk, area. These are all the factors which are constant. But what is the only variable here? The rate of cooling and T1, T2. These three are the variables. So we know that T1 is measured, T2 is measured, we don't know only the rate of cooling, which is to be calculated from the graph. Next we are going to see how to plot the graph between temperature versus time. So we have seen in the video, so when the temperature was 58 degree, the time was 0. So followed by every 1 degree fall of temperature, we have noted the time in the stopwatch. So we know the temperature and the time. Now what we have to do to find the R, we have to plot the graph between temperature and time. Before plotting the graph, what you have to do, everything should be represented in SI units. So the temperature T1 and T2, for example, if T1 is 97 degrees Celsius, you add 273 to convert into Kelvin. So how much 273 plus 97? It is 300. 97, 273, 370 Kelvin. What is T2? In our case 53, right? 53 plus 273. So 273, this is still 326. So 273 plus this much Kelvin. So now we have converted T1 and T2 in terms of Kelvin. Now what we are going to do? We are going to plot the graph between temperature versus time.
Okay.
What is known already? Temperature versus time. This is serial number. This is temperature in Kelvin. The time in seconds. So, for example, let me show you for sample reading 4 or 5. What was the temperature initially? 370 Kelvin. At the time was 0. When the temperature was 369, so for example, the time was 30 seconds. 368. It's a cumulative only, no? So this is 48 seconds. In such a way, for 3, when it reaches 367, this is 58. In such a way, when it reaches 366, it is in stopwatch. After 60 seconds, it shows 1 : some seconds. We have to convert into seconds only. So let me write down directly in seconds. This is 69 seconds. So we know the temperature in Kelvin corresponding time in seconds. Now let us plot the graph between time in x-axis, temperature on y-axis. So what is the initially when the temperature was higher, so you can fix the scale. So it is in terms of 360 rho. So we can have start from 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, 360, such a way. So in y-axis, sorry, time is in seconds, right? So time should be, depends on your scale. You fix it as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in such a way up to whatever the value you have got it, you take it on x-axis, temperature on y-axis. So for particular when the time was 0, what was the temperature? Temperature was maximum. For example, if this is our 370, let us assume 370 Kelvin. So first point will be here when time was 0. When it is 367, if this is 369, next point will come here at for 10 seconds. In such a way you will get an exponential decay. Note that when temperature was maximum, time was 0. When temperature starts decreasing, time starts increasing. So you will get an exponential decay like this. So you join all the points. Now join any 2 points. That means take a slope. This is what our d capital T. This is what d small t. Time is taken as small t. Temperature is taken as capital T. Now what is our capital R? This is d capital T divided by d small t. So for example, if the difference between 369 and 368, this is for example 2 divided by approximately, let me assume this is 20, this is 40, this is 20, 2 divided by 20, this will be 0.1, 0.1. This will be my rate of cooling. Substitute the value of capital R in the formula, right? And apart from capital R, we know all the values including M, S, everything. Substitute the value of rate of cooling and do the calculations. You will get the capital value. Coefficient of thermal conductivity will be some fraction. Unit is watt per meter Kelvin. So the standard value of the cardboard is 0.04 watt per meter Kelvin. For the cardboard it is 0.04. When you change the material, this value will also change. So when you do it physically, we will ask you to do it for 3 different materials. One is for the fabric, another one is for the glass, the third material is cardboard. Thank you.
ஏதோ ஓரளவுக்கு மேக்கப் பண்ணிடலாமா தம்பி?